Welkom terug. Dit is so lekker om met mense te gesels wat werklik 'n verskil maak. En vanoggend gesels ons met Matt Trichardt, atleet wat 31 maratonne oor 31 dae aflê. Ek kan nie eers 1 maraton doen nie. Ten bate van the Secret Love Project in Kaapstad en ons hoor by kunstenaar Elion oor die projek wat begin het as 'n sosiale eksperiment om mense se persepsie en gedrag in Kaapstad te beïnvloed. Good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning.
Michael, tell us about the Secret Love Project.
The Secret Love Project started in 2014 when Cape Town was World Design Capital, and artists were invited to create projects under the heading Live, Design, Transform Life. And I had an idea to create a project that would subliminally influence people's perceptions and improve one's perception of the city. And the idea was to cover the city in hearts and use a symbol to do that. The project then became a giant charity, which we now give out roughly 20,000 heart sticker packs to over 800 registered homeless sellers. The sellers sell the sticker packs to motorists. Motorists put the bumper stickers on their cars in a show of solidarity with the homeless, so it's community building. But the homeless community earns roughly 400,000 Rand per month, or 4.8 million Rand per year, and that goes back into the economy. So not only can they pay for their food, their shelter, clothing, their pride and dignity gets restored, and they go from being marginalized members of the community to feeling included and contributing positively to society.
Sure, that's amazing. And I think I saw on your Instagram videos that people generally really have misconceptions about how people end up in the streets, and that it's a certain kind of group of people and that they made bad decisions and now they deserve to be on the street. You know, the way we look at homeless people is really in essence wrong, because it can so easily happen to someone, and you have wonderful success stories. Maybe if you can tell us one story. I saw the one of the prostitute, and then also one of your team leaders that came from homeless to being one of your leaders. Maybe just tell a short story for us.
So Ramiz was actually the very first homeless person who I helped. He was on the streets outside my studio. And when we launched the project in 2014, he was one of the first people who I gave heart stickers to for him to sell and make some income. And over the years, Ramiz, eventually we got him into a garage. He was still struggling with addiction, etc. And over the years, he's now 100% clean. He's off the streets. He's living in accommodation at YMCA. He's employed. He works for us as well. And he's just a massive success story. And we have loads and loads of people who pass through the project. The project is kind of like a stepping stone, but it's also a safety net. When you're homeless, you have absolutely no safety net. You're completely marginalized. You can't clean yourself up for an interview. It's very, very difficult. And what the Secret Love Project does is it allows people to earn an income, no matter who you are, what stage you're at. You know, if you literally bin picking, you know, we will give you heart stickers, teach you how to sell, teach you about promoting the idea of love. And this is what makes it such a crucial project. The message that our homeless community is delivering is around spreading love in the world. And this is something that really touches members of the community, because people who are marginalized and have bad reputations generally for things like petty crime, etc., they suddenly go to contributing positively to society. And what happens with them is that as they earn an income, the temptations of petty crime completely disappear, because it's far easier to earn an income from heart stickers, and it's far more fun, and you have engagements with the community, and the community gives back. You know, very often people get jobs, they find their way off the streets, they get accommodation. And so, yeah, it's been a very big success in terms of how well it helps the homeless community.
Wow, that's incredible. And I love the fact that you say restoring someone's dignity. Now, Matt, over to you, because you have raised some funds by running 31 marathons and 100K. I mean, it's incredible. But before we get to this feat that you achieved, why did you want to get involved with something like this?
Well, I mean, I've seen firsthand what the Secret Love Project's done for society and the homeless, and it's absolutely amazing. I really wanted to contribute towards the project and to help in any way that I could. And I'm super into ultra running and long distance running and pushing myself. And I've kind of found a way to raise money alongside that. And that's pretty much how I got into it.
You don't look like a long-distance athlete, Matt. You look more like someone that bulks and is that goes to the gym often. I saw one of your videos where you said, okay, tonight I'm going to run 100 kilometers. I'm going to eat pizza and a lot of energy drinks. And what else? There was tubies, samis that you ate. How do you keep fit and how does your normal routine work?
Well, I mean, I am in the gym a lot. When I'm training for these longer runs, obviously I'm on the road and in the mountains a lot more. I mean, diet-wise, it's all about getting the carbs in, especially with those long runs. So pizza and bar ones and things like that is the easiest thing to get down. Yeah.
Matt, how much did you hope to raise and how much did you raise in the end?
So initially I started off with a goal of 31,000 Rand, which was 1,000 Rand per marathon. And then at day 15, I think it was, I decided to add in the extra 100 kilometers at the end, and I bumped up the fundraising goal to 50,000 Rand. And currently we've raised 65,000 Rand, which is amazing.
That is truly incredible. Michael, I quickly want to ask you, it's the launch of your first Love Run on the 1st of March. Tell us about that.
So the Secret Love Project is a community collaboration. And what we wanted to do was get people in the community based off of what Matt has done. Matt's raised money. Every step that he's run has gone towards a good cause. And what we wanted to do was create an event where we can get members of the community to come and help us raise money for the Secret Love Project and create a community event where the community is helping the community. So on the 1st of March, we launched the first Love Run at 8:30 a.m. There's a big silver heart hanging between palm trees in Camps Bay in front of Cafe Caprice. We're all going to meet there, get registered. You'll get an Omnia water. You'll get some super mushroom energy booster. You'll get a Revive electrolyte sachet. And then afterwards, there'll be community building. We'll do a cold plunge, a group cold plunge in the sea. And then there's a discounted breakfast for all the participants at Cafe Caprice. And we'll have raffle and prizes. But the idea is to really pull people together and get everyone doing something positive for the homeless community.
Wonderful. I would like to know also how you think we can spread this to other cities in South Africa as well. But before we get there, I want to know, Matt, like literally 3 days ago, you finished running 31 marathons in 31 days. Meaning that's more than 1,000 kilometers. And then you started running 100 kilometers bonus at night. That was 3 days ago. Can you believe that? And there he sits, he's not running. What was your average speed? And then I would like to know, on that one video, there was a troop of baboons coming up. What did you do when that happened? And then also, who's around you when you do these runs? There's a whole team of, looks like fun-loving, music entertained a cast that films everything.
Yeah, so I mean, I've got amazing friends. They all jumped on board. I had a car in front of me and behind me just for safety reasons. One of my good friends, Ricardo, we're making a little documentary of the whole weekend and the 100K and the last marathon. And he was sitting in the boot of the front car filming me throughout the night, pretty much. When we were driving towards Cape Point, there was a whole troop of baboons, which we were kind of worried about. But then running out of Cape Point towards Scarborough, they kind of dispersed, which was great. We didn't actually have to go through them.
So it's actually very hazardous, hey? It's not just about running. I
Yeah.
mean, running at night around the Cape Peninsula can be very dangerous. But at least you had your good coffee and egg mix in. It looks a little bit different than the coffee that Jennifer drinks in the morning. That was interesting to see. About 3 eggs, coffee, and what else did you put in your smoothie?
Milk and vanilla essence.
Ja, jy moet dit bietjie probeer,
High
Jane.
protein.
Michael, just before we wrap, how do you think, and like Suan said, firstly, how can we spread this to other cities, and or how can someone contribute to your project there in Cape Town?
So firstly, obviously, we're a money out organization. Basically, every time we take on a new seller, we need to sustainably be able to give them stickers. This means we need money coming in all the time, and we need to grow our donor base. So by following us on Instagram is one of, and then following the link to donate, that's a direct way. The best way of spreading the word is to share our stories and follow us and get the word out about the positive effects that the project is doing. For us to move to another city, again, we need to be able to have the funding, sustainable funding, to move to another city. But part of doing this Love Run now, hopefully we'll figure out a method to be able to transport it to other cities.
Brilliant. Gentlemen, thank you so much for the difference you're making, and thank you for taking the time this morning to speak to us about this wonderful project. We truly appreciate your time this morning.
Thank you very
Thank you
much.
so much for having us.